a big change coming. It's a brand new day. We're making a difference. We're leading the way. It's about prevention and living longer, stronger, better too. And taking charge of your own health, the most important thing you will ever do. You are what you eat, that's what they say. So get your fruits and vegetables today. But if you can't, or you don't, or you won't, Juice Plus, Juice Plus. It's whole food nutrition in a capsule. We're sharing the message, we're spreading the word. It's a simple story, but it must be heard. It's about nutrition and making food your medicine today. Just make the natural choice, and soon you'll know you found a better way. You are what you eat, that's what they say. Okay, make the sound cut out.
Totally?
Yeah, well, on my computer.
I got it.
Well,
You did it? You got the whole thing? Okay.
one or two of you are around long enough, I've been around long enough to recognize the song, but especially the voice. That was our dear friend Dick Foley, who used to do all the big stage emceeing. He was our MC. He was known as the voice of Juice Plus. He was also one of the four men who formed the Brothers Four, I think they were called. They were big back in the day. Probably back in the century. But that song, Dick wrote it, he recorded it for us, and then the flip side of that is another one which was written and recorded in honor of Rick Du Bois, Dr. Du Bois, and it was called Makes Sense to Me. So maybe next week we'll play that one. But the words of the song are just perfect. Make food your medicine. If you can't do it, won't do it.
They really are. You know, we were clearing out some CDs and DVDs just recently, and that's when I came across this one. So I've been playing it over and over in my car. I absolutely love the tune, but it's really good. Anyway, good evening, everybody, and welcome, and thanks for joining us this evening. As you know, we are Jenny and Mick Daly, Presidential Marketing Directors in your support line here in Colorado. And we have a special treat for you this evening. But first of all, we'll take a look at not only March's contest, but we're going to look back over the past 6 months, because if you look at the final results for March here, leading the pack, finishing in first place was Nicole Helmstettler. And we're going to be hearing from Nicole in just a moment. Second place was Melinda Krenwelge, and third place was Chris Seiler. So I hope you guys know that I sent you your money. I tend to use either Zelle or Venmo these days, so it goes straight into your bank account. So congratulations for finishing in the top 3, and congratulations everybody who's on the leaderboard. But if you look back now over the winners over the last 6 months, you can see we've actually got, well, Nicole's name appears twice. I see that. So Nicole won in November, and then congratulations also to Kim George, to Rachel Harris, Haley Bottoms, and Brianna Tanner. So let's look at the overall contest for the last 6 months. And this is accumulation of points as to where you finished. And so not only did Nicole win in March, but she also wins the overall contest and will be receiving a free conference ticket. Presumably that is to use in Atlanta in October. Am I right, Nick?
That's what it says. So
all right. So Nicole, I know you're on. So not only is that an incredible achievement, but you've done all that while in the process of moving from Arizona to Texas. So you have to share with us. I mean, congratulations on not losing focus on your business, because so many people would have used this not as an excuse, but a very valid reason as to why you were sidetracked. But no, you didn't do that. You just went on and on. So Nicole, tell us a bit about what's been happening over the last few months.
Okay, so to be perfectly honest, I feel like I have lost focus. Like there's been a lot of time where I'm struggling to do what I would normally do. And so I show up for the bare minimum. Um, but even that sometimes has been hard. So I have to say it's only by the grace of God that it's still growing. I honestly feel like a big part of it is because we made this move in obedience, a step of faith to what he's called us to do. And so in the moments where I'm struggling to show up, he's provided. Um, and and so I give all glory to him. I know that there's more. I know he wants to grow me, and I know that there's more for me to learn as a leader and stepping into that. And so um I went to the boot camp, the Peachtree boot camp. I really felt God saying now is the time I needed to hire a business coach. So I've hired a business coach. I've been coaching with him and doing what I can to show up for that. I feel like I'm again not showing up. And I guess I'm probably my biggest critic. So but like this last month, we had Melissa, I was on a training with Melissa Falco, and I really loved the mindset shift of the three partner experiences. And so I'm really embracing that. And that is how I got those 4 new partners this last month. The majority of them will be affiliate partners. They won't do much with it. But my prayer is that as they have a really great experience, they would start to share more and more. And so my goal as a leader for them, like having the 3 different experiences helps me to know how to best support them. So I'm not going to push them to get on team calls. I'm not going to push them to do all the things culturally, but I'm going to encourage them. I'm going to treat them like my own customer. I'm going to give them things. I'm going to say, hey, have you thought of anybody? Very, very minimally. And then I've been going through, my goal is to go through my whole team and sort of help them reframe their experience, because I have so many team members that are doing absolutely nothing, who I know love the product, who I know would share it if they didn't feel like they had to do XYZ. So, yeah.
Would you just quickly talk us through this, Nicole? Because that's what you're talking about, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. So basically, I love so many people nowadays, like having an affiliate link is a very common thing. It makes sense to people. They feel comfortable sharing that. And so I just say, like, you know, I actually go through all the slides. So I was on her training and I screenshot all her slides. And so I share it and I talk through the slides and I use the slides as verbiage. And then once they sign up, I send them a message. Like if you have them sign up, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. If you have them sign up with your link from My Juice Plus, it automatically takes them through to do their direct deposit and to do their PCI compliance. So you literally have to do nothing. Now, you might want to encourage them to change their website, but they don't have to do that. It's not necessary for them to function as an affiliate. And so what I do is I send them the link, I walk them through that. I let them know about emails that come and say, you know what, you don't have to worry about those. You know, you can look through them if you want, take off with it if you want, but you're just an affiliate. So keep an ear out, listen for this stuff, you know, and I give them a list of things to listen for in conversation. And I give them, like, if you hear something, simply ask, have you ever thought of Juice Plus? No, what's that? Well, I heard about it, or and share a little bit of your story. And I have an affiliate link. If you want to learn more, I can send it to you. Yeah, send it to me. And then I tell them, you can follow up or not. You know, that's totally your choice. Obviously, following up is going to help them to place the order, but you don't have to. And then, you know, if somebody were to order and they'd ask questions, then I would guide them through that. I would say I have like 3 part-time partners on my team right now who I'm like coaching through. I'm encouraging to get on team calls. I'm, you know, we're meeting weekly. I'm trying to, as a leader, grow in like how am I supposed to mentor them? And then the professional partner, that's me. So
Right. Well, a couple of things that I'm hearing you say. First of all, no pressure, which I think is great because nobody needs to be pressured into working this business. But also, as those of you who have been to conference in the past or listened to some of the NMD speeches, you'll know that the majority of national marketing directors or any successful partners, they did not sign up to work this as a serious business. So, the sky's the limit. You'll never know where these 4 that you've signed up may end up. So anyway, congratulations, Nicole. We're very proud of what you're doing. And as always, don't hesitate to call on us if we can help at all, do some connection calls and so on, if you feel that's appropriate. All right, Mick, I think you're going to introduce our speaker for the evening.
A few weeks ago, we had Rachel, I think, led a discussion about the event that happened, big event happened in Dallas the previous Saturday, Celebration Saturday. And one of the things that came out loud and clear, which stirred me into action, was Melinda and Brianna and others speaking wonderfully positively about a training by Jill Wagner, NMD. And Melinda, if you can unmute, can you just repeat in a couple of sentences why you were so enthusiastic about Jill's training?
Yes, so Jill is the NMD that brought us the ATM method that Mick and Jenny shared with us several months ago, which I've had a lot of fun with and a lot of success. So I was delighted to hear Jill and that she was going to be in Dallas. Brianna actually helped me Google a little bit about her, and I was more enthused as I read more about her online. Her mission is faith and family. Her quote says, "I help men and women create simple health habits and earn income online." She loves helping you create a life that you desire by being who God designed you to be. So that all sounds phenomenal, but then it's also phenomenal to know that she has 16,000 followers on Facebook and she has 1.3 million followers on TikTok. So this lady has embraced social media and she comes to us with a simple method that we can start to delve into this or delve into quite a bit more heavily than what we're already doing. So I really enjoy her authentic presentation.
Thank you, Melinda. So I contacted Jill and she agreed to join us tonight. Now, as it happens, her team Zoom is exactly the same time as ours. So she will join us in a little under 20 minutes. But the training she did for the good folks in Dallas was a video training, and she sent me the link to the Vimeo, to the training video. So join me and let's enjoy exactly the same training that Melinda, Brianna, Rachel, and others enjoyed in Dallas a few weeks ago. So here we go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jill Wagner, and I am a National Marketing Director out of Park Hills, Missouri. I'm so excited to be here with you today and to get to share with you a little bit of training on social media and on TikTok specifically. So I am going to go ahead and go into my screen share and go ahead and go here to this PowerPoint. Okay, so growing your business with TikTok. All right, so don't you dare leave this room right now. Did I just see some of you get up and try to leave? Don't you dare leave this room right now, because you may not be ready to take this step, but you never know when someone on your team is going to be ready to take this step. And I'm going to share some statistics with you that may surprise you and may even change your mind. So first of all, I want to start right here. How many of you have ever gotten on social media and you have started to compare yourself to someone else? You've looked at their Instagram or their Facebook or TikTok and you've just looked at it and you think, why does she get so many likes? Why does he get that many more comments? I'm posting the same thing. And you start to really compare yourself. And then it starts to go into some really negative self-talk and thinking, oh my gosh, her life looks so much better than mine, or his life does. And we start to really compare someone else's highlight reel to our reality. And I'm going to encourage you to not do that, to really have intentional time on social media and to not compare, because you are looking at someone's highlight reel versus your reality. And so we want to really stay out of that place of comparison, because comparison is the thief of joy. And so today, my hope is that my story can take away all of your excuses and you can move forward in being your true, real, authentic self. Not perfect, not even on social media, because people relate to your struggle. And I will tell you this, I know that everybody has a chapter that they don't like to read out loud. And Brene Brown has taught me through Brave Leaders that owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we will ever do. And God has shown me that I can help people through that struggle. So I'm going to take you back 14 years ago, whenever our health story started. 14 years ago, my kids were 3, 6, and 9. This is my little guy here. You can see he was born premature. He came 8 weeks early, and he had quite a few developmental delays and sicknesses just from being born so early. And so we started looking for better ways. And a friend of mine invited me 14 years ago when he was 6 to go to a wellness presentation. And I strictly went just because she invited me. Now I'm going to share with you that at that event, I heard about fruits and vegetables in a capsule, and I was blown away. I was so excited, and I went home and I was telling my husband about it, and we decided that we were going to put our family on Juice Plus. And I'll get into a little bit about the business side in a little bit, but I can tell you that it was not overnight, but over time, we continually got healthier and healthier. This little guy that had strep 7 times in 4 months when I heard about it, wound up never having to have his tonsils taken out. He continually got healthier, got caught up in all of those things. And his biggest dream was to play basketball with his brother. And his brother's 3 years older than him. And so whenever Brent was a freshman, Brandon was a senior. And he really just wanted to start on that varsity team. And he worked so hard, and he started varsity as a freshman and got to fulfill that dream of playing with his brother. And then his dream built to go on to play college basketball. And he is doing that today here in a college in St. Louis. And I'm so thankful for this product, because I don't know where his story would have been. I don't know where his health would have been had we not been flooding his body for 14 years with these fruits and vegetables through Juice Plus. So I'm just so thankful for that. And when I said yes to the product, I said yes to the business only because I couldn't afford it any other way. I just needed it for the best cost. And this is what our family looked like at that time. And I had no idea what was in store for my future. So I'm going to encourage you to build a business before you need it. So I started off and I made it to sales coordinator in 4 months. And I thought, this is going to be easy. I'm going to make it to national marketing director in 3 years. And 5 years later from that point, I was still sitting at that same level of sales coordinator. Have any of you ever been there? Have you ever felt like you were stuck in a certain level? This is what I felt like. I just felt stuck in my business. And so I started having all this negative self-talk. And I was thinking, this business isn't for me. Maybe God doesn't want me to do this business. I'm not cut out for this. And I just started all of the negative self-talk, and I almost quit. And I want you to know that when I felt like giving up, that is when my biggest growth happened. And I had to take a really hard look in the mirror. And sometimes it takes that, taking a look at ourselves. And I figured out that I was running hot and cold in this business, and nobody could follow me because I wasn't consistent. People can only follow you when you know where you're going. And for things to change, you have to change. And change is hard. I know that. Staying the same can also be hard, and you get to choose your hard. Hard for me would have been not getting to live this life that I get today because of not wanting to change. So as we talk about social media today, I want you to know that I know it can be hard. I know it can be challenging. And some of you are digging your heels in and you're saying, I am never going to make a TikTok. I am never going to make a reel. And that's okay. I want you to know that that's okay. And if you are willing to leverage your power through social media, I think I can help you grow your business. The way that people are making money is changing. Can we agree on that? 75 million people quit their jobs in 2021. It's considered to be the great resignation or the big quit. And our world is changing and our tools are always changing. When I started this business, 10% of people were on social media. Now today, 80% of Americans are on social media. I didn't even have a Facebook account when I started this business. Now look at how we've evolved with our social media. So Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram have all had over 2 billion downloads. So you may ask, why am I on all the platforms of social media? Because that's where the people are, and you're going to hear me say that more than once. So let's talk a little bit about TikTok. What is TikTok? TikTok is a social media platform for creating, sharing, and discovering short form videos from 15 seconds all the way to 3 minutes. And this app has taken the market by storm, and marketers are taking note of this. The worldwide statistics, there are over 1 billion monthly active users on TikTok. It has over 3 billion downloads, and it has surpassed Twitter, Telegram, Reddit, Pinterest, and Snapchat in average monthly users. Let's talk about the US statistics. There are over 138 million active users every single month on TikTok in the US alone. Yes, let's talk about some of the age brackets. 32%, the highest level of brackets of age users are 10 to 19. So whenever you've heard it's for young people, you can see the average is 32%. 29.5% are ages 20 to 29. 16.4% are ages 30 to 39. And 13.9% are my age bracket of 40 to 49. And 7.1% are ages 50 plus. So you may just say, oh, there's not that many. That's still 9.8 million baby boomers on TikTok every single month in the US alone. And in the age bracket that I'm really looking to target, that's over 51 million people over the age of 30. I'm excited about that. So let's talk about more statistics. Social media, 4.14 billion people are using social media, and 4.08 billion are using it from their phone for an average of 2 hours and 29 minutes a day. 70% of social media users look at social media before bed. 66% look at it again when they wake up. So can we agree that there are people on social media, a lot of people, and I want to be where the people are. So here's what I want to ask you. Are you posting consistently? Are you using Facebook, Instagram, Reels? Are you using all of the different levels on those? Are you using your TikTok? On Facebook and Instagram, you have the options of posting, stories, and Reels. Are you using all of them? Because people look at each one of them. If not, don't try to overhaul this all in one day. Pick one new thing. Pick one new place to start and try to really get at that one thing. Then you can add another one in. It's kind of like our one simple change with Juice Plus, right? Do your people on social media know who you are as a person? Do they know that you're in business? If there was a Juice Plus social media crime, could you be convicted of being a Juice Plus partner? If not, you need to up your game. People are watching you, even if they're not liking, even if they're not commenting, they are watching you. And we want them to think of you when they are looking for that solution. The goal of social media, in my opinion, is to let your followers and friends know who you are through your posting. Let them build trust with you by letting them see who you are as a parent, as a friend, as a spouse. The majority of my posting is about my life in general. Let them fall in love with who you are as a person so that they trust working with you. Because eventually the goal is to have them reach out to you and say, Jill, what is it that you're doing? Or, you know, what is it that you're a part of? I want to do this too. So in 2020, I was struggling in my business. A lot of us were struggling in our place in life. We were quarantined, and I knew I needed to do something different. I just didn't know what that was going to look like. And my kids were laying around the house like everybody else's kids, right? And they were giggling. They were giggling about all these little videos that they were watching on their phone. And I would say, what's so funny? And they would be like, you don't get it. It's a TikTok trend. And about a couple times of that. And I'm like, I want to get it. That's the kind of mom I am. I wanted to get it. I wanted to know what they were talking about. So I downloaded TikTok. I just did it because they had it. Okay. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can make a video. So I started seeing how it went. I put my first video out there. My daughter was teaching me how to do a dance. And because of just putting myself out there, it grew. And I'm just going to share with you, this is what my account looks like today. Do not feel like you have to look like my account. I'm a goofball on social media. So is my family, but find what you're passionate about. Find what you can have fun doing. I even got Stuart and Janet up there in an NMD meeting. We did a dance together, posted that on TikTok. We just have fun. And my authentic self on social media may look totally different than yours, and that's okay. Because of us having fun, my account continued to grow. My TikTok account is now at 1.3 million. I have over 15,000 people on Instagram now, and I created a Facebook business page to try to get more in there because reels are going like crazy on Facebook. I got over 13,000 followers just in a 30-day period on Facebook. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something more with this. So I created a business account. So let's talk about what are the benefits as a Juice Plus partner to download TikTok. It gives you an opportunity as an online marketer to niche down our content to attract your audience. So find what you like, because the way that the TikTok algorithm works is what you like and what you spend most time watching is what you're going to see more of. So if somebody is on there looking at recipes, they're going to find a person that posts a lot of recipes. If they're doing fitness, they're going to find a person that does that. If they're just looking for family stuff or fun stuff, what you like is what you're going to see more of. And everybody on this app has the same opportunity regardless of the number of followers. And I love that. I'm going to go more into that here in a little bit. So has it really helped my business? Absolutely. The last 25 of my 30 partners have been from TikTok. And I've been able to build up my husband's line as a PB and a POB qualifier. I'm having at least 10 new conversations a day that are coming to me. I'm not going out there and reaching to them. They are coming to me. And that's the best part about it. So you do not have to have a big following in order to have a big influence on TikTok or Reels. We all have the same opportunity there for a video to go viral. And you may in fact have a video that goes viral without hardly any followers at all, but you get followers because of that video going viral, okay? So keep posting. I can't say it enough. Have fun, post what you enjoy, and put it out there for the world to see. And work smart. Whenever I create on TikTok, I am not creating on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Although you'll see my things on all of the platforms, I'm creating in TikTok. It saves to my camera roll. I'm taking off the watermark using an app or a website, and then I'm going and I'm posting it in Instagram. Sometimes I find the original audio, sometimes I don't, and I'm posting it in Facebook as well. And because of that, it looks like I'm on all the platforms creating, but I'm really only creating in TikTok and using the other apps to get people as well. Okay, so I am taking people from my TikTok into my Instagram and Facebook to build that as well. And with all of that, it comes down to building relationships. So please do not forget all your ditch the pitch habits just because you're on social media. I am having private conversations with people, and a lot of them, okay? Because John Rathman has taught me that relationships aren't something, they are everything. And the way that we are going to build customers and build team that's going to stick around for a lifetime is to have those really great relationships with them. So find your passion and have fun. For me, I know that people follow me for our family content. So I'm not posting Juice Plus product stuff and business stuff out there all the time. Sometimes once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. But I'm leading people from my TikTok into my Facebook and into my Instagram. And I'm using stories on my Instagram and on my Facebook to post about Juice Plus all the time. Because stories, they go away every 24 hours. I could literally post about Juice Plus every day on my stories, and that would be okay. But not in my posting. I do not want to be posting on Facebook and Instagram every day about Juice Plus, only in the stories. And then I'm using my reels as well. And I'm going live. I'm going live on TikTok. I'm going live sometimes on Instagram and Facebook. I'm more comfortable going live on TikTok, but I'm interacting with my audience. I'm calling them by name. I'm letting them help me make things. Maybe a smoothie. IAS gave me that idea. Let them help you make a smoothie. They can tell you what to put in there. I did that the other day. It worked out fantastic. I let them help me even make a meal. So when you call out their name, they stick around, and that's how we build that relationship with people. All the ways that you can build a relationship with people in real life, you can also do it on social media. And then, yes, that private conversation is where it really gets to build the relationship more. So I'm going to ask you this. What's stopping you? Is it what other people think about you? Is that why you're not posting on social media? Because what other people think about you is none of your business. And if I would have let what other people think of me stop me in this business, I would not be getting to live this life that I get to live today. And there are people that are out there waiting for you. This is our life today. You can see how our family has changed in the last 14 years since I said yes to this business. I want you to know that life doesn't get easier. Our oldest is starting his own life right now. He's getting married. He just bought a house that he's fixing up. We have one that's still in college that's very active playing college basketball. We're going all over for games. We have one that's a senior in high school. She's doing all the senior things. One that's a junior in high school. He's involved in everything, and we got to go through an adoption with him. I never saw that coming for our family. We own 4 businesses. We've moved 4 times in 2 years. Things do not get easier. You just have to decide what is worth it for you. And the only thing stopping you is you. So what's it going to take for your story to change? You did not wake up today to be mediocre. You are not replaceable. You are here for a reason, and God made you for a purpose. And there are people that are out there hurting. Here, people are looking for solutions, and they're looking for you to show up in their life, not just in the real world, but also on social media, because people are looking for answers on social media, and someone in this world is waiting on your yes. You never know where this road will take you if you don't start. So I am going to encourage you to just start, have fun, and just start somewhere. This Juice Plus company is so amazing, and we have so many amazing things to offer people to improve their lives, better health, better finances, and we need to be more present on social media to show the world what we have to offer. So I am looking forward to seeing all of you on TikTok and all of you posting your fun videos. Thank you for having me.
Woohoo! Oh, I love it. And there she is. There's Jill in person, live in person. Well, Jill, you know the story. You wowed folks in Dallas. They made me track you down and get you to join us. So on behalf of everybody, Jill Wagner, welcome and thank you for joining us. And just give us an update since that training. What's been happening, and give us some more good news, would you?
Hi guys, I am so happy to be here. Thanks for watching the video. And you know, I'm filming or I'm videoing. I just put one together to send over to corporate today so that this content is going to be out there for everybody to get at the Juice Plus Live as bonus content. So just know if you want other people to hear it, it's not going to be exactly that. I had to tweak it a few different ways, but I actually did add some more into it as well to answer some questions that people had along the way. So I just know that it's continuing to go that way, and people are always asking, and people are getting great leads from TikTok, from their reels. We did a 14-day reel challenge within our team, and it was a massive hit for people. So I just encourage people to get out there and to do something more on social media, because the world needs to hear from us. So I'd love to answer any questions you have.
So before we get there, there's more to the success, the business success part of the story than you shared in that training. Do you have some more numbers to wow us with?
I don't remember if they were in that. Are you talking about how many partners I've signed up?
That's right.
Okay. So since that, I would say that it's actually, the numbers have grown. Whenever I did the last one, 25 out of my last 30 partners have come through TikTok or Instagram. So which directly was from TikTok. And I'd say 25 out of my last 30. And last month I signed up 2 more. And this month I already have 2 more that already came through TikTok. So it is working. People are coming. People are looking for answers.
So before we shared the video, one of our superstars, Nicole Helmstetler, shared with us the 3 experiences: the affiliate partner, the part-time partner, the professional partner. And I'm sure you're familiar with that. Melissa Falco's training, and Catherine Lee has picked up on it. So out of those many new partners, how many of them do you believe will get serious and will graduate towards professional partner?
You know, I had about 10 that 1 month where they got to sign up for free. About 10 out of the 30, I will say, signed up for free. And maybe 3 of that 10 did their Partner Plus. You know, so those 30% of their Partner Plus. Some of them placed orders. Some of them haven't done a darn thing. And that's just the way the numbers work, right? And so I just want to be real with you. Sometimes, especially when we get to sign up for free, you have people that do that. What I find is when people don't get to sign up for free, they are way more likely, and we put people in as Partner Pluses on our team. I don't know how you guys do it. That's how we do it. Day one, I like them to go in as a Partner Plus.
That's exactly what Nicole does, by the way. So questions, don't waste this opportunity. Jill is here. She'll answer any question honestly, authentically, Brene Brown style. Nicole, go ahead.
I don't have a question, but what I want to tell you is, so remember how I told you I went to the Peachtree boot camp? She was there. And I had a really hard time going to that boot camp. Like, I was under heavy spiritual attack, but I knew God had something for me there. Jill was it.
Oh,
And she said, Jill, and I came up to you afterwards and you were crying and I was crying, and I came up to you and I hugged you, because what you said, when you said like that you saw the most growth at the point where you felt like giving up. And I was like, that's what Jesus wanted me to hear. So that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing that with me. And if you know, at that boot camp, we had just lost a team member 30 minutes before I got up on stage. And so it was a really hard boot camp to be at, and just emotional. And I'm telling you what, the Lord just worked through me in that day, because I got up there more calm than I've ever been and just got to talk to the people. And I got to go in a little bit more deeper into my story that day and about our family a little bit more too. And thank you for saying that, Nicole.
You're welcome.
I have a question for you, Jill. I was in Dallas, so I appreciate we got to watch it now twice. So that's good, because you always catch something different on the second or third time around. But for like, I'm on TikTok, but I'm not an active user of TikTok. I primarily use Instagram and Facebook. So do you share like the same content on all three, or do you specifically tailor certain things for certain platforms?
So maybe a little bit, but typically I do, if I make a video on TikTok, I'm posting that same video on Instagram Reels and on Facebook Reels. So I'm putting that same content on all three platforms. And I don't know if I shared in that video, I think I did, that my following on Facebook had grown to like 13,000. I just checked it earlier today, and I think it's like at 27,000. So that's how quickly that can grow. And that's been within the couple of weeks that I made that video. So it's amazing to me, by putting it out there. I mean, I was already doing it. I'm already making it, the videos. I literally can share it in 3 seconds on Facebook and Instagram. So share it on all the platforms. You never know where your following is going to come from.
Jill, absolutely loved your training. You mentioned that if you do make one on TikTok, then you take off the TikTok brand name before you show it on the other 2 platforms. Is that pretty easy to do, being a non-technical person?
It is very easy. Thank you for asking that. I use a website called musicaldown.com. And what you do is, after the video is posted on TikTok, then you copy the link and you go to musicaldown.com, and it says enter link here. You paste the link there, it pulls up your video, and then you hit download, and it goes into my downloads into my phone without the watermark. Very simple.
Excellent, thank you. And then another question. So clearly you have got very skilled at taking people from just looking at your stuff to conversation to then actually taking it to join my business. Can you sort of talk us a little bit through of how that process often works? And I realize it's probably different with every person, but some sort of idea.
Thank you for asking that, because it's very interesting. This has been a kind of trial and run for me, trying to figure out how to do it. And sometimes I'll have a video that goes viral that I may get like 100 messages to respond to within a couple day period, which is not common. But in that situation, a lot of times I have a script. So I don't know do you all use boards? Have you all been using boards? No? Okay. Within boards is what I do because I just keep my scripts right there, but you could do it on the notes in your phone or wherever you like to keep your stuff. So what I do is keep something where I can copy and paste it, but what I do is personalize it. So at the beginning, I'll say, hi, Rachel, and then I'll copy and paste. And then after that, I will sometimes say, so where it's a second message, would love your feedback or tell me more about you. And the ones that respond to that are the ones who get my attention. The ones who I don't hear back from, I'm not checking back with them because they're, they haven't, I want it to be, what is it, like a chess game where they move, I move. And so if they take the initiative, then I'm going to also take that initiative. And if a message like that, then there's plenty more for me to check back with. So that's typically what I do there. And then I made a video just of myself, so it would be very personal. I made a video that I attached to that message, so they get to hear from me personally. Whenever they click the link, they see what I have to say, but then they also get to hear from me personally on the video that just shares basically my Juice Plus story and then a little bit about what it means to partner with our company.
Do you personalize that video each time?
I turned it into a YouTube, and so I just attached the YouTube every time.
Can you share that YouTube with us?
I can. I don't feel like it's that great, but I'll share it.
I just like see it, like, because I'm trying to visualize like what that would be. I won't.
I'll share my whole thing. It's just, honestly, it's just a copied Instagram message. Mick, I can share it with you right in Facebook right now that you can just share it with the team because it's that easy on boards for me to share. So I can just pop it in there, and that way your team has that if you want to share that with them.
Thanks, Jill. One of the basic rules that we are adopting again and again is simple, fun. Simple, fun. And by the way, perfect doesn't feature anywhere in simple and fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, not perfection. I think I get that across in my video pretty clearly, but people don't relate to that. The most things I get comments on or people messaging me. I just did a video probably 2 weeks ago, and I wish I would have had a different system in place before I did this video, but it was just a trend that was going on a while back, and I saved it in my saves to make a TikTok of sometime. And I did it, and it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen those ones where they do transitions, they put their hand to the camera and then they come off and they've like lost weight or something. Well, I did that, and I'm using somebody else's words, and it's like what happened? Like, why didn't I lose the weight I wanted to lose, And so I just put, like restarting my health journey. And that video had over 1 million views, and I've gotten comment after comment. I really wish I would have had something more in place to send a lot of people to, but I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like people love to see the real. People love to see that, it's not that I have perfected weight loss, I still need to lose weight and all of that, but people relate to that. So find what people relate to in your life that works for you.
Come on, people, more questions.
I have another question then, Jill, and that is about your Juice Plus content posts. Are you mostly just using what you get from the company, or are you making your own up?
I'm making pretty well original content when it comes to that, and I'm very careful. Not everybody, I don't feel like, has to be very careful on TikTok, but I guess maybe because of my following, they really, if I can't hardly even mention Juice Plus. So if you go back and look at my videos, you will see I rarely even mention Juice Plus or show the capsule bottles. Sometimes I'll show the capsules in my hand and stuff like that. But what I found is that they have been taking that down for me. So I will post something that's pretty more, like it's a little more generic, like maybe about the business side of getting to work from home, would love to help you too, that kind of thing, along with my video. Or I might post something about getting healthy. And like after that video, I just did different ways that I get healthy. And I did show then my shakes, and I did show like that. And so I do show it sometimes that way. But really where I'm posting more about Juice Plus is on Instagram and Facebook, because I'm not having the regulations there that I have on TikTok. So I'm trying to bring people from my TikTok to my Instagram and Facebook. And on your stories are 24 hours and they're gone. So you could literally be posting different things on your story about Juice Plus every single day, and different people are going to see it. You're posting, if you post not on your stories, but as a regular post every day about Juice Plus, people are going to block you. But stories are different. So use each of those avenues. Use your reels, use your videos, use your posting to maybe post, I'd say max once a week about Juice Plus, if that. Post things that interact people, post things that get them involved, post things about your lifestyle, about your family, you know, different things like that, but only about Juice Plus certain times, because people are going to come to you because they're attracted to you. But then we also want them to know that you offer a solution.
So, Jill, this may be a naive question, but who monitors your TikTok?
I do. What do you mean, monitor?
You said it would be taken down.
Oh, TikTok. They, like this week I did a filter because we're mixed races in our family too. I think that there's a lot of controversy sometimes. And like I did a filter this week on my son that's Black, and it got taken down for harassment and bullying.
Oh,
The same filter I did on my son that's white, and it didn't get taken down. So it's sometimes you have people who are trolls once you're on social media that just like to throw up red flags and report your videos and different things like that. So I feel like that TikTok just has really censored my stuff. And, you know, I mean, I'll even get messages where I'm banned, where I can't post for a week, where I can't post for, you know, days and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. So that's not coming from Juice Plus corporate, then that's coming from that platform.
Correct. Thank you, Melinda, for asking that, because that is a good question. I did have one taken down by Juice Plus corporate that they did message me and ask me to take down because I said something. We just want to be sure we don't make any claims. And I think I had written on there my story, which was about, you know, working this full time. And I guess I insinuated that you could get an insurance benefits with Juice Plus, and they did not want me to claim that. Because then it makes everybody think they can get that, and not everybody gets that. So you do have to be careful. Like instead of saying, I used to say full-time income, now I say supplemental income. So you do have to use the verbiage that Juice Plus wants you to use as well.
And one more thing, on the video and the training that we saw in Dallas that Mick just showed, it, you know, states that you sat around at sales coordinator forever, or what felt like forever to you. But can you just go into how you did go from sales coordinator to now your current position?
Yeah, so I did feel like I sat there for a long time. I sat there for 5 years, and you know, whenever you sit somewhere for a while and that's not where you want to be, you start to have a lot of negative self-talk. And that's really whenever I decided to pour into myself, into some personal growth, and into different things. And from that point forward, I've always taken part in a personal growth. I pick something new every year, you know, to do, or maybe it's a book series or something like that I do every year for personal growth. And I think that was a huge piece. The team will come when the leader is ready. And I think that the leader wasn't ready in my situation. And so I had a false picture probably of what leadership actually meant at that time. And I've learned that a lot of leadership is, you know, being a servant to other people, and to leading your team in that way, and to rising other people up and different things like that. And I would say that was it. Another piece of that was becoming consistent in my non-negotiables, touching my business somehow every single day. And that does not mean I work hours a day. There are some days all I do is check my Voxer, but I'm consistent. I am so consistent now. And that was something that I used to run hot and cold on. And another thing would be, did I talk on there about getting in line and staying in line? No, I did that, Nicole, at Peachtree. Getting in line and staying in line. I was so bad about getting in line and jumping out of line. And Mick, I don't know if you remember Keith Cunningham at that Phoenix conference. And that just spoke to me. Getting in line and jumping out of line, you don't get to go back in where you left off. You have to go all the way back to the beginning. And so I was finding myself in this vicious cycle. And I committed at that conference that I would get in line and I would stay in line. And y'all, that still sticks with me today. I'll go to Walmart to check out and I'm like, get in line, stay in line. Don't look for better lines. Get in line, stay in line. So know, it still sticks with me today. And so that was another thing. And then setting those big rocks, making it a priority. I show a picture in another one of my talks that Nicole saw, where the jars, it shows jars, and you put, somebody else had done that when I saw it, but you put the big rocks in first. Your Juice Plus lives go in that bucket first, because then your other things will fall around it and fit nicely. But if you wait and say, oh, I'm going to wait and see what comes up for this Juice Plus live, if I can make it, you will never get to that Juice Plus live. Things will always come up. And so really prioritizing your business.
Gosh, Jill, I absolutely love your passion and your energy. And I know we normally keep our calls to 30 minutes, but even I am sitting back today. I'm not going to cut you off. We so appreciate you joining us, especially as I know you've just jumped on our call after being on your own call. So we really appreciate your time. So I think maybe one last question or comment.
At the beginning of your training, Jill, I picked up on this because you were speaking to me. You said something like, even if you don't want to do TikTok, somebody on your team will want to, so please be open to it. You were speaking to me. I only just got a TikTok account in anticipation of this. I don't want to be so inauthentic that I can't at least say I am on TikTok. I may never do it, but you are speaking to the people that I want to attract to our team. I want to get younger people, more younger people on our team. Brianna was the only person under 35 in that whole audience in Dallas, apart from Nicole's two youngsters.
Yeah, my 10-year-old and 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my grandson. Yeah.
So the other thing that occurs to me, Jill, is the beauty of the system you've created. And by the way, thank you for ATM as well, because I love ATM. But the beauty of this system is that you attracting people to you and then to Juice Plus through TikTok and through Instagram, the very people who can duplicate your system are joining you through those social media tools. So speak to that, would you?
Yeah, and I will say that I haven't attracted a lot of big profile people on those platforms, although I do have a mom that joined our team that has over 2 million followers on TikTok. She joined as a Partner Plus. She's a mom of 10. And so a mom of 8. And so she joins, and it joined really just for her family discount. But you know what? She's a part of it. She still gets my project broadcast messages. She's in our Facebook pages, just like the ATM does. She gets to see all of that. And so when the time is ready for her, she will. I have another guy that's almost at 1 million who just joined our team. Whether or not he does anything, I don't know. He just messaged me before this call and said, don't think I've forgotten about you. I'm still here. So people are watching. And one thing I witnessed on TikTok as I jumped on is that everybody got on a trend with another company, a direct sales company. And they made some big money because I'm friends with some of them and I've talked to them. And I found out they really did make some big money. But what I found out since then is within this last year, their businesses have all gone like this because they didn't build relationships. And that's where we're so different. And that's what they have been asking me for advice on that. And I tell them it takes time. If you want to build that business that lasts, it takes time. And building those relationships is so important. And that's what I want people to understand about social media is you may not get, the way I'm doing it, maybe other people do it different. Maybe there's a better way. Like I said, whenever I got this big following, I went to corporate and I'm like, who can help me? And nobody could help me. And so I'm just really trying it on my own to figure out what works for me. And so I can share it with other people. But what I feel like is if I'm building a team that stays, just like in my regular business, I'm building relationships with them. And it may take me longer. I may not get 100 customers a month like some of these people we're doing on TikTok, but I'm building team that stays.
I can ask one question before you leave, Jill.
Yeah.
I have some teammates that don't use social media at all. So what is a very simple starting point for them. One of them is on. You can see him giving me that shake. But he's not the only one. And sometimes like the Social Media Academy, I think is a great place to start, but sometimes that's even overwhelming for people.
It is, it can be. You know, are you talking about like no social media at all, like no Facebook? Mark, is this you she's talking about? Not to call you out, but
They have
What is this Instagram, Facebook, TikTok stuff you're talking? Is that a newsletter or something? Or, no, I do Facebook. I just don't know how to post stuff. I read stuff. I just don't post stuff. So.
Okay, so there's a lot of people that do that, even on other sites. They may not be posters, but they're consumers of the app. So they look at it and they take things in, but they don't put a lot out there. And really, it's just a change, a little bit of tweak in your DMO. I didn't say it on this, but on my Juice Plus talk that I'm doing that's being recorded, I talked a little bit about like social media is part of my DMO. When I started 14 years ago, it wasn't, but it is today because we've transitioned that far. Like I said, when I started, 10% of people were on Facebook in America. Now 80% are on Facebook. So I feel like that we really want to, or on social media. So we really want to use our audience to our, like use the people to our advantage there. We're in front of that many people. So my thing, what I do is to build up your following. So if you're brand new on Facebook, if my kind of rule of thumb is if I have more than 35 mutual friends with someone, I'm accepting them or I'm requesting their follow because I want to broaden my reach. If that may not be your thing, and that is okay. I tell people that is okay. You don't have to build this business with social media. It just so happens that's the way I've built my business. It was originally with Facebook after my warm market, it was originally with Facebook because I did get a Facebook in 2009 was my first one. And I started this business in 2007. So I got to sales coordinator without it. But then from then forward, I have always used social media as part of my building my business. But request people. Request followers, request people that you have multiple mutual friends with, and then interact with their post. Whether you like their post or comment on their post, then they're going to see more of what you post. So maybe you just make one post a month. Maybe that's what you start with. That'd be a fantastic start. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just start somewhere.
Can you do that, Mark?
I can do that.
I think you already do that, Mark.
I'm writing notes.
He does.
Yeah.
He's writing it down on a piece of paper with a pen on how to use the social media.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
What's the other option?
Hey, I still note take all the time.
There you go, Jill.
Hey, Jill, one thing I picked up on, you moved 4 times in 2 years. So your social media is like your stake in the ground. It's like the thing that doesn't move. I mean, it grows, but it doesn't move just because you move. And it occurs to me that the opposite of that is someone who still lives in the same town they were born in. And social media is perfect for them because they've already burned up all of their friends and family in the town that they were born in. Not exactly what I said, but you get my point. So to meet new people, what easier way than through social media?
I love what you're saying about using the social media to build the relationships, because that's what we've all done for decades and decades, and Mick and Jenny. So I'm excited that you're sharing with him to share with us how you go from the social media funnel into the building the relationship for the stable and long lasting. I'm excited to see that. Thank you.
Yes. And I will say TikTok has a terrible messaging platform. So that is one reason I take people into the Instagram, because the messaging platform is so much better. And then if I get them into Instagram, then I can also send them a link into my ATM page, and then I can add them into the ATM page. You can't send links on TikTok. So I encourage everybody, even on my videos, I say, message my Instagram, or I'll comment my post and pin my post, message my Instagram.
Just
because I want
your ATM page is your Healthy Living Community.
Correct. Yes. And so the people who have messaged me about that video and asking me what are you doing, for better health? I want to lose weight too. I'm just saying, I'm eating more fruits and vegetables, and we're exercising, and I have this fabulous page of where I have supportive people with my business. If you would like to be added to the page, click on this link. And so then I'm adding them into my ATM right there.
TikTok to ATM.
Yeah. TikTok, Instagram, ATM, I mean, on Facebook. So, because, the thing is too, is that what if TikTok goes away? What if Facebook shuts down? We've seen that. I want to have people on the different platforms just in case something were to happen.
But Jill, is your community, the Healthy Living community, is that on Facebook or is that somewhere else?
Facebook.
Okay, so that'd be the same as ours, right, Matt?
Yes.
So you remember when not so long ago, what we now call our Inspiring Healthy Living Community Facebook group was a place where I was the only person who ever posted, and we only had customers and partners in there. Remember that, Melinda? It was Jill who inspired me to say, come on, let's get our prospects in there as well. And let's set up the guides. So everything that group of ours is now is thanks to Jill Wagner.
Well, I don't know about all that, but thank you.
It's true.
No, that is true. And that's part of that thing that you were talking about earlier, Mick, about fast, easy, quick, whatever it is.
Simple and
fast.
fun.
Yeah, fun. Because
Simple and fun.
yeah, when we started doing the ATM, it was a lot more fun. It's easy to just say what you just said. Would you like to be part of our group? I think you'll love it. They say yes. So that was a lot more fun for when we had, gotten a little bit dry on stuff. That I appreciate that very much.
And I'm all about the systems, things that make this simple. The ATM was one of those things. Boards is one of those things. I don't know. Do y'all know about boards yet?
Can you come back and teach us on boards, Jill?
I was just going to say, I need a whole nother call for boards with y'all, because boards will blow your mind, but it is absolutely saving our team time, incredible time.
Okay, you've already done us a lot of favors tonight, but would you message me another link to somewhere where we can learn about boards?
Yes, please.
And I love you to death, so I will say, please come back and join us again.
Well, there's any videos out there on it yet, so I think I'll be coming back. But within boards, what I want to share with you is that within the boards, once we talk about that, I helped create the social media content in boards for the whole Campbell team. And that's being shared Campbell team wide. So I know it's something that I can also share with you all, but within that board, it gives like a 7-day startup. So like for Mark, who's maybe not ever participated in his Facebook to the capacity that he wants to now, it gives him 7 days of exactly what to post on Facebook. It also gives him how to do a reel, how to do a TikTok. It gives all the how-tos of the questions that you guys may have, along with other things. So I'm coming back. You guys can't get rid of me.
So, Jill, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is that Wendy has invited all of us to go to the Campbell team site and see and use those boards. So we can access it now, Mick, and then if you'll come back and explain what we're looking at, that would be totally awesome.
No question. So we'll make sure we're fully educated, and then have you come back and teach us the nuances and the advanced stuff.
Let's get through Juice Plus Live and I'll be back.
And if Jill wants to move one more time, I'm in Texas. My wife and I have rooms. You can come here and just walk us through with our pen and paper.
What part of Texas? I got team in Texas.
We're in Waco, China Springs.
All right. Awesome. I probably need to come see the silos or something, right?
Come on. I'll show you how to use pen and paper.
Hey, as good as I am on social media, I still use a whole paper calendar. So I am still pen and paper a lot of the time, but I am on social media.
You can create Mark and Kim's first reel with the silos.
I'm down. I'm down for that.
So I warn you, Jill, Melinda, Brianna, Kim, and Mark, they're going to drag you down to Waco, but the big magnet is Magnolia.
That
You
is
will
right.
love Magnolia.
Yes, I've heard
Right.
that.
I'm going to call it a halt there because we've taken up a lot of everyone's time. But Jill, this was spectacular. This was beyond my hopes and expectations. On behalf of all of us, we wish huge blessings on you and your family and your growing team. We love everything you represent, which is exactly what we aspire to represent as well. You are an iconic person in our culture and community. So God bless you. God bless the entire Wagner family, Wagner Familie. And we look forward to spending more time with you in the future. Meanwhile,
Thank you, guys.
everybody, next Monday, Melinda will be leading us. So Melinda, you might want to get Jill back on Monday.
I was just gonna say, Jill and I won't be in Anaheim yet, but yeah, maybe we can definitely do
Right.
something on boards, Mick, if you want to do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, you're in charge, girl, next Monday night. So whatever you want to do, let's do it.
I'll be learning right alongside everybody.
Thanks everybody for being on. God bless. Make it a great week, and we'll see you real soon. Blessings, Jill. You were awesome.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Jill.
Good night, everybody.